Faster than a famous battery-powered bunny. In chunks no bigger than your dog's tasty morsels. Clean, clear, concise. This is Quick Zips, the late night edition. Sexuality education, fast.
I'm Galena Mines, and welcome to our show. Emily writes,
Hey, Galena. I enjoyed your show about STIs and have a question. My friend thinks she might have an STI, but is too embarrassed to go to the doctor. What should she do?
Well, first of all, let me tell you, your friend, let's call her too embarrassed, needs to go to a doctor immediately because quick diagnosis and treatment can prevent long-term health problems. Sometimes people who find out they have an STI are too embarrassed or ashamed to tell anyone. They are afraid of being blamed, looked down on, and rejected. There are really two things at play here. The first is embarrassment or shame. People often feel embarrassed or ashamed about having an STI because they think that being infected means they have done something wrong and that it makes them bad or dirty. The second thing is called stigma. Stigma is social disapproval. This means that other people think that something you've done is wrong or bad. It is similar to embarrassment and shame, but it is the perception that other people will think bad things about you. Together, embarrassment, shame, and stigma can keep you from doing important things to protect and fix your health, like go to a doctor. That's just not good. The truth is that you have nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about, and that people shouldn't look down on you. STIs are fairly common, and all types of people get them. A person can get an STI the first time they engage in sexual activity. Anyone who is sexually active, whether it's their first time or 20th, can get one. STIs are an equal opportunity infector. In fact, it is likely that you already know someone who has an STI. Although since most people don't go around bragging about getting an STI, it may seem like no one else has ever gotten one. Most people will not think less of you if you have an STI. And if they do look down on you, then they don't have your best interest in mind. So, having an STI does not make you a bad person and is not something to be ashamed of. But not doing anything about it? Well, that is something to be embarrassed about, because the infection will just get worse. And you can spread it to others. Going to a doctor or clinic is the only way you can get better. And remember, for some STIs, you can be completely cured. And where there isn't a cure, you still need to be diagnosed and treated. Doctors don't judge you, and they keep what you tell them private. And another thing, if you have an STI, it is your responsibility to tell your partner or anyone else you have been sexually active with. And this means all types of sexual activity. And thus, the answer to Emily's question. Too embarrassed needs to go to a doctor and talk to her partner. And there you have it. People who get sexually transmitted infections are exactly like you and me. They come from all walks of life. To criticize them is to say, that can't ever happen to me, which is just plain wrong. That's it for this segment of Quick Zips, the late night edition. Embarrassment, shame, and stigma. These three are bad news and can keep you from doing what's right. Get over it. Talk about it. Get help. Until next time, if you think you may have an STI, don't wait. Go to the doctor and talk to your sexual partners. Be safe. See you next time.
This episode of Quick Zips is brought to you by Doctors Dover and Koff, who would like to remind you that a visit to the doctor is fast, private, and mostly painless. So get checked, get treated, get on with your life.